Hello, hello. It's Zari Zatanya. Nice to see you again. Okay, so today I just wanted to talk to you guys. Um, it's a little engagement on that video. It's a little wild. I'm like, what? Okay, so I'm gonna be talking to y'all today. Um, so I am on my healing journey, and one of the things that I do for myself, and I was talking to my therapist yesterday, and she's a very big catalyst in my growth process. So one of the things that she discussed with me was that it was a good idea that I like make videos and talk to myself, and I am my best friend, and I tell myself the things that a best friend would tell themselves. So this is a video just for that. Um it's mainly for me, okay? But if you find inspiration in it, then take it and run with it. So, um, this is a video about the lonely days. Okay. So, recently, I started my celibacy journey. I'm gonna give myself a year to just get myself together and see what happens in this year. I'm very hopeful. I feel like something is around the corner. But I'm not necessarily looking or waiting for it. I'm just kind of enjoying my life. So, yeah. So, I've noticed that because I have been so like closed off to the world, really just chasing my goals and stuff like that, and just trying to cultivate my sense of self. I have been in isolation, and being in isolation can also be a dangerous thing because you're vulnerable. Even in you try not to be vulnerable, you're very vulnerable. And so I'm just like, I'm out here. My phone is dry, like super dry. Like if your phone is dry, my phone is drier. Like it's like that. And it's making me kind of sit back and think about some of the choices that I made over the years. Like, was the self-preservation and protection and lack of vulnerability worth the isolation that I feel right now? And in some ways, yeah, it was, because I became me and I'm cultivating my sense of self. But at the end of the day, this life that we live is very much a story and a journey. And I'm learning to embrace the things that scare me. Like, I guess they would call this shadow work. So I'm learning to embrace my shadow. My shadow is very terrified of the silence. um yeah. So it's okay though, because I'm gonna get through this too, and I'm going to learn how to navigate it. So if it ever crops up in my life again, I will be welcoming of this part of my journey. So what I wanted to tell you guys while I have your attention, your ears, is that um life is ebbs and flows. Hopefully this is for younger people, because older people are looking at me like, girl, I already know this. Shut up, talking to me. Whatever. For the younger generation, life is ebbs and flows, okay? So there's my favorite book of the Bible is Ecclesiastes. And it's because it's the realest book of the Bible that nobody talks about. Ecclesiastes is about the meaning of life. So the author is going through all of this process, and he's just like, what is the meaning of life? Because I believe, if I'm not mistaken, and I don't know, don't quote me, I think Solomon wrote it, and he was like one of the richest men in the Bible, if not the richest. And he asked for wisdom, but God blessed him with wisdom and wealth. And his life was mainly, his life was about like, like he partied, he lived, he experienced life to the fullest. But then he also had like lots of women. He did it all. Like he done it all, done it all. He did it all. And so in his process of, really, experiencing life, he came to the conclusion that the whole point of life was to know God, because nothing in this world is going to fulfill you in that way. Okay, nothing, like not one thing. The friends are gonna leave. At one point, your parents, if they are good parents, you know, I got one good parent, and then I got my Heavenly Father. But if they are good parents, okay, like right now, my mom is overseas and I can't talk to her. Before that, I was overseas and I couldn't talk to her. And then my aunt is overseas and I can't talk to her. But there's other people around that I could talk to. I don't have like the closest bonds with them. But it's really putting me in a place of like, okay, no man. All right. Voluntarily, because I can keep a man. I have a man. I always have a man. I'm just really just taking the time for me, for real, because I've been serial monogamy all over my life right now, and I just really want to just pump my brakes. I know that I'm that girl, but I have to know it like internally. Anyway, caveat, I'm getting off track. So the whole point of life is to know not only yourself, because that's very important, but it's to know God. Okay, you have to know God, because I was telling my therapist yesterday, there's some places that if you don't know God and you don't know yourself, meaning you don't have your strong convictions about your values and who you are, you're gonna end up in some places, and those places will have you doing things that compromise yourself and hate yourself at the end. And so, to go back to Solomon, he wrote Ecclesiastes, which is my favorite book of the Bible, and he talks about like how meaningless life is. It's like it's here today, gone tomorrow. 70 years goes by so fast. That's really kind of what we promised. Not promised. We ain't promised nothing, but 70 years is generally the lifespan that God has, you know, allotted to us in his grace and mercy. And so, the parties, you know, when you're young, you want to party all the time. But he talks about how much more meaningful it is, not just to party, but to actually sit down and rest and mourn sometimes. Because when you're partying, everything's so beautiful and blissful and wonderful, and you're drunk and you're not thinking about anything. But when you're at a funeral, now you're thinking about everything. You're thinking about the past, the impact of somebody's life, and what are you going to do without them. And it's so much deeper. It's so much more meaningful. And so another thing that he talks about in his book is the seasons of life. So right now, this is a dry season for me. It's not dry in the sense of, it's dry in the sense of I don't have a lot of people around me. I want to build connections, but for some reason, the world or the universe, God is resistant to that right now. And I just feel like my father, Abba, he wants me to just come closer to him. He wants me to hone in on my gifts and talents and use my voice to, you know, uplift and build people, but also nurture myself and heal myself. So that's where we are. Thank you for taking the time to listen to me. I hope this is meaningful and impactful in your life. And I hope you have a beautiful and wonderful day and blessed day, because that's what it's all about. Hokey pokey. Okay. Yeah. I'm corny. Shut up. But yeah, so while you're out in your life, if you ever feel lonely, just take the time to connect with Yah, your creator. And just get to know yourself. Embrace the lonely moments. Cherish the people that are with you and around you. And because you never know when they're going to be gone, you have to love and embrace everybody for the duration that you have them. But also, don't forget to nurture that inner bond with yourself. I hope this is helpful. You have a great day. I am going to connect with nature today. Yes, nature! All right. Bye.